Hey guys, it's Déyzya Symoane again, and today we're going to be talking about manifesting. So today I was already out and not really out, I was just doing my duties with my mom and helping her at the shop and everything, and I already had my clothes on, I already had my hair done, I already had my face done, so I was like, might as well just make another video, try to get out as much content as I can now that I see that you guys like what I have to say and you learn from it, which is, I couldn't be more thankful. One thing I will recognize is that when I was born, I was given the name, it's a Yoruba name, by the name of Olafunke Mojisala, which means God gave me to guide. And I feel like I'm stepping into that even more now on a bigger realm because I'm able to share and hit the masses on a different level because it's YouTube. You can hit so many people and so many people will be guided to you or not, but I really feel like I'm stepping into that right now, and I've always kept that in mind, that was my name, that was my given name, was God gave me to guide. So I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to try to, step into my power, but but yeah, today we're going to be talking about manifesting. Manifesting, if you don't know, is basically using you, not your human self on the spiritual realm. You're using yourself to be able to get the things out of life that you want to get, and it's not necessarily not in a literal form, like not having to bust your ass all the time, but excuse my French, but just writing down the things that you want, letting God know in yourself that this is what I want, and I want it wholeheartedly. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have intention behind I can never talk behind the things that you want out of your life and the things that you want to see for yourself in the future. So some of the things that I learned, I went through the 21 Days of Abundance, and I'm going to just share with you some of the main factors that I learned from that, and some of the exercises that I still use today and that are still really important to me. So first of all, back to journaling. I talked about that in my first video. It's really important one of the first things that you can do is recognize how you became the way you are right now. Write down the people who have influenced your life the most, whether good or bad. The bad things that happened to you also made you who you are today. The way you react to things, the way that you see yourself, all of those things matter. All of your feelings are valid. The way people made you feel, valid. Even if they didn't mean to, it's still valid. Like in my first video where I talked about my life with bipolar disorder, I was talking about how I spoke up about my sexual abuse a long time ago, and how I never even thought to even talk about that ever. And then talking about that really shed some light on me, and letting that out, you don't know what it can do for you spiritually, mentally, physically. Like if you've been holding on to something for so long and you don't even realize how much it's hurting you if you're just holding on to it. And sometimes just writing it down is enough for you. But also sharing it is also really important to just get it off of your chest, But of course, make sure like whoever you're sharing it with is ready for that information, because you don't want to just. Some people are empathic. I am an empath, and sometimes sharing that kind of information will really influence me and make me feel down with you. But if you prepare somebody for that type of information and you trust them enough, I'm pretty sure that they will be understanding and ready if you let them know, that's what you're about to share with them. But writing those things down, writing down the people who have helped you the most to become who you are. Also writing a letter to your abuser, writing a letter to the people who hurt you, because we have all had people in our lives who have hurt us or made us feel less than, or made us feel like we are less deserving. And we are all deserving. We are all godlike. We are all children of the universe. So, writing those things down, recognizing that that happened to you, recognizing that it made you who you are today is really important. But going on from that, what I would recommend is to start writing nice things to yourself. Like saying things like, today I embrace my potential to be, to do, and to have anything that I can dream. So anything, things like that. Those are really nice things to say to yourself, because you're giving yourself the potential instead of just lollygagging or feeling like you've just been doing the same thing over and over again. Give yourself the chance. Give yourself the chance to get better, and want it for yourself. Because I know it's a lot of people out there who don't even know that they need it, and don't even know that they have the potential to be so much better than they already are, and they don't even know what that looks like. I don't know what it looks like, but I see it happening every day by living in my truth. I also want to share the importance of giving and receiving. All that you give will be given back to you. Whether you don't have to, whenever you give, I feel like for me personally, I don't give just to receive something back. That's not, because I trust that the universe and God will bring it back to me tenfold. So another exercise that I learned from the 21 Days of Abundance is to, on receipts, on things that you are investing in, or like food, or, anything that you feel like you should write this on. Basically, you write, this investment is good and it will be returned to me 7 times, or however many, whatever number resonates with you, you can write it that many times. Now, don't go overboard and say 100,000 times, but because it could happen, but also be practical. So, I have a lot of receipts where I have written that. I used to keep the receipts. I don't know where they are. I have a whole thing where I have written it on my receipts. And trust me, baby, it ended up happening, because right after all of those things, after I was writing all those things, I had also just got my new jobs, and I talked about those jobs in my last video. So I was able to get all that money back, basically. So that's another way to manifest and believe. Every time you write something, you need to believe it. You need to, when I say believe, you need to believe wholeheartedly. Like, this is coming back to me. I have no doubt, because the universe got me, I got me, God got me. So that's another very efficient way that I learned in manifesting, is to write on your receipts, write on anything, draw out what you want to see for yourself. One of the things that I drew, just draw like bags of money, like little stuff like that. Like, draw out your credit cards, draw out the things that you have debt on. Believe that you're going to be able to make it out of that, because the world and God will see fit. If it's not supposed to be paid off right then of course it's not going to be paid off right then, because it's not a way. But also believe that you'll be able to do it, because there's always a way. Always a way. Because there's miracles that are always done, and it will happen if you believe in yourself. Also, just recognizing the power of your conscience, or recognizing the power of your brain, or recognizing the power of your spirit. You have so much power withholding inside of you that you don't even realize. And I can't stress that enough. People really don't know the power of themselves. And it's because we've been conditioned. And I don't want to, be that person. But a lot of times we have been conditioned into one way of thinking, one way of doing things. thinking we have to just go to work and work until we're 70 years old and then retire and then be happy for the next 10 to 20 years and then we die. That is not a way to live. And I'm here to tell you that. Like, it just doesn't sit right with my soul to say that. That's just a very American, a very I don't want to get too into it, but it's just I don't like that way of thinking. I think we are here to enjoy life. I think we're here to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Of course, you work hard for what you want and you will eventually get it. But as far as like working until you are on the brink of dying, I don't agree with. I agree with using what Earth has given us, which is, it should just be so simple, but it's really so complicated because of the way that things have been made to be, which I'm thankful because we have really evolved as humans, but it just has, like, the way money is dealt with, the way the government is, I just don't agree with it. But I'm living this life. I'm here in America, so I have to kind of work my ways, but I also recognize that I am a human who is here to enjoy life, and I am capable of so much. So, and I don't want to sell myself short trying to work until I die. So, another thing is writing down your expenses and seeing the number that you spent, and also writing down that this investment is good and it will be returned to me. And like, if you don't have the receipt, it's also good, just as good, to write it down and to just write it down that way. Another thing in here that I wrote is I wrote down my therapy assignment for 2020, and my therapist gave me 50 goals. I had to come up with 50 goals for myself to do, like, within the next year. And that was also really, it pushes you to write down, it pushes you to see how far you can go with, like, what you want, how far you can think, because sometimes we don't really think that far ahead. And trust me, I love to be present. I love to just enjoy what's happening right now, but it's also good to just see what you want for yourself, because sometimes we don't even know. But if you sit down and you're given an assignment to do that, it really helps out. Like, some of the things that I wrote was to pray and have gratitude every day, drink at least 3 to 4 cups of water, work on my skin, stretch daily, manifest my soul tribe, my good friends, make time for fun and new adventures monthly. You can write down how much you want to save from each check to be able to travel, because it's also really important to make sure you have that in your plan. Because if you work a lot, trust me, I understand. You have kids to feed, you have bills to pay. Trust me, I understand 100%. But also writing down, like, you want to save $20 from your check because you want to travel in the summer. Perfectly fine. I see nothing wrong with it. Everybody should be able to travel and get away and enjoy life. So, this also goes hand in hand with journaling, my last video that I just did. But it's also important to recognize what are symbols of abundance for you. Like, is that peace? Is that money? Is that mine, for me, is a fulfilled destiny, peace, living in a home of my own that is a reflection of my personal abundance. And also writing down, like, some things. Sometimes we can sell other people short by like, sometimes some people need to learn a lesson, and we stop them from learning a lesson, and it's important to write those things down too. In the 21 days of abundance, they literally make you write down everything, like everything that you could have done. Like, there's things that we do because we kind of, like, if you're like me, you kind of overexert yourself for the people you love, and there's sometimes, you just need to let people learn their lessons. And that's another thing that I learned in the 21 days of abundance, that we do that sometimes, but it's okay to recognize them, but also learn from them and say that, sometimes you need to let people learn the lesson. Give them the space to learn the lesson, because if you give someone too much, then they're not teaching themselves. They're not helping themselves. But in the end, you are teaching yourself. You are teaching yourself new things because you're helping them. So it's a give and take. But yeah, manifesting, the main thing that I can say is to write, say, pray with intention. If you don't have intention and you don't know what you're talking about, then more than likely you don't believe it. So the universe, God is like, if you don't believe it, then what are we here for? So, and even sometimes, like, whenever you're crying out, I believe that you're doing that with intention, because you're crying. You don't know what else to do, even though you don't know what exactly you're praying for, because you don't know. You don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. Those are the times where you do believe, like, at least you're trying at that point. But there's so much. It's just so important to do things with intention, because everything that I wrote in this journal, I did with intention, and I see it coming to life now. So that's why I wanted to share with you guys those things. And also, I was talking about my gratitude journal before. Having gratitude is just one of the best things that you can do for yourself and for the outer realms that are watching over you. So being thankful for finding a book that you will end up finding out that is essential to your growth. Finding a piece of article of clothing that you stumbled upon that is just perfect for you. All of those little things, just showing that you are so thankful, will bring it back to you, most definitely. Because I think I said this in another video, that they recognize that, and they will give it, continue to give that, because you're so thankful. You're genuinely thankful. You're genuinely grateful. And yeah. But another thing that I did to manifest, this is more of a physical form of something. I made a money tree. So I had this little tree that I had whenever I had it, like, back in 2016 probably, at the end of 2016. I think, like, little Christmas trees were on sale or something, and I just always kept it in my closet. Didn't know what to do with it. And then we moved into our new house, and it was sitting in my room. I didn't put it in my closet this time, and it was sitting, like, over there by my window. And I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it, because my stepdad and my brother were asking me, like, what are you going to do with that? And I was like, I'm going to decorate it, probably. Don't know what I'm going to do. And then all of a sudden, I had some, it's called hell money. It's like fake money. But if you look at it, I just recently noticed that it says heavenly bank account, or heavenly bank note. And I just love that. I just love that it says heavenly bank note, because that's what it is. Like, it's what you want to see for yourself in the outer forms coming to you in the real forms. So I made a money tree. That's another way of manifesting. But yeah, like, just doing things with intention is just so important. Like, little things, like giving just to give, receiving just to receive, and being thankful for what you receive, no matter what it is. If it's a cookie, be thankful for that cookie. You didn't have it before, you didn't ask for it, you didn't have to buy it. So yeah, just be utterly thankful and be utterly grateful. All of those things are really helpful. in manifesting. So, and I'm still learning about manifesting. I'm still reading about manifesting. So, over time, I will give you an update on little things that I learn about manifesting. But I really hope that you guys learn something from this video and then start to implement it into your lives. And keep on journaling. Keep on doing your thing, girl or boy or, human being. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am really excited about this. I'm really excited that I'm actually taking the initiative and just sitting down and just recording instead of giving myself so many excuses on not to record, on why not to record. So again, and for my ladies, I wanted to share with you, I found this new lip combo. So I use a brown lip liner, which the one I use is I like the gel pencil liners. I think they're supposed to go in your eyes, but I'll put them on my lips. But I also use this Ulta Beauty Active Rosy Lip Gloss. It's a light pink lip stain. So I put that on and I put this on. Girl, that is a great lip combo. Wonderful. But yeah, if you like this video, please like, and if you feel like commenting, or if you have any suggestions on like different manifesting tips that you have, that I would love to receive those, and I'm sure the people who are also looking at the comments would love to see those. And if you like me, then please subscribe. I'm at 130 subscribers. I was watching the 129 for so long. I was just like, not so long, it's been a few days actually. But I was just like, when are you gonna hit 130? And I finally hit 130 today, and I'm so thankful. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, night, morning, wherever you are, whatever the time is. And I hope that you get to manifesting, because you deserve it, and you are so much more than flesh and blood. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.